people do things. Some people just need
That's
to
right.
feed their family, and that's like one of the noblest uh, motivations. But if you're at that point where you're trying to figure out, like, oh, I want this because of this, all that is available to you. You don't necessarily have to go a certain path, and you can always create your own. I've always been about pursuing your own creativity. The reason I bring that up, we're sitting in the middle of Hollywood here, right? And just outside this door, there's several people who are trying to make it in the music business and the film business. And one woman said to me one time, she said, "I'm leaving LA." I said, "Really?" I said, "You?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm working a little bit, but I realize it's not for me." I said, What was it?" She said something that was so profound. She goes, "I just don't want to be at the same cocktail party 20 years from now."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, boom. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
Year after year, party after party, and it may seem like this is the most glamorous. No, I got to be
No,
at
it's
that
the same.
award show. I got to be at that premiere. But
It's the same party.
it's the same thing.
I've always said that. I've always said that, which is why I got turned off by, I guess, the party scene, the club scene. Is because it's the exact same party wherever you go. The venue just changes.
And I think people should get a taste for it. You know,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. But also, back to how to help people, one thing that really helped me was getting close to the industry that I was interested in. You know, if I'm going to be an actor, I should go work on a set. I should maybe be an extra. I should maybe visit what it's like on these sets, talk to some people who are in the business. Just using the film industry as an example, my brother was in film for years and years, and one of my first days off from school was coming up to LA and visiting him for a couple of days, and he took me to the set, and I looked around, I was like, all these people, they're so nice, they're so collaborative, everybody's working towards a goal. The actors, the directors, the lighting technicians, the gaffers, everybody moving like a dance. And I thought to myself, this is what people do for a living. And then that ends up on the screen, and it's a magic that goes around the world. And I thought, what an interesting thing. But if young people, you know, if you could bring a class, one of those kids, it's going to resonate. Or even like, no, we went to SoFi Stadium or Staples Center and the Crypt now, whatever it's called, and went in there and I saw the guy who puts the basketball court down on the ground and just went, whoa, that's a job. I take it for granted.
Right.
But that inspired someone to go, there's another world out here. There's another way to look at how I fit in to not just the business world, but how I can use my resources and my passion.
Yes, to help people.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's huge. That's huge. And we, you know, there's inspiration in everything. There, and that's what it's about. That one person got inspired by watching, you know, that process of putting the floors in. But if we can reach one person, and that's what this is about, you know, reaching, helping one person. I mean, everybody has so many lists that are super long. Like, how do we navigate? How do we navigate and still keep our head without the anxiety, without hurting other people, without projecting? Because everything that we bring in our lives, we're going to project it out. So if it's anxiety, the person next to you, the person, whatever, is going to feel that either you're going to be short with them, or you might have an attitude, or you might, you know, run them over with your car.
I don't deal well with anger personally. Like I'm not an angry person. I don't like to be in that state. And when people are angry, and you know me, I used to fight. I used to be that guy that would like pull over if someone was yelling at me on the highway. And you know, I've broken all my fingers, and my nose is not naturally this way. It's been broken from fights, and
It's just swelling right now. The nose is-
yeah, with my head. But I realized that what was happening there is someone is engaging me with their pain, and they want me to
That's
feel
right.
that pain.
It's projection. It's
That's
all
the
day
projection
long.
you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what they're doing with, let's say, a schedule like yours, responsibilities like yours. Why do you think everyone is angst? Because they're not grounded and have a balance. It just collects in your spirit. It just collects in your spirit, and people project what's inside of them.
Yeah,
right?
so that anger, you know, for people who are really balanced, it's just like you absorb it quickly. And I used to have this problem with moving to the level of whatever. If someone's happy, of course, I can fit right in, and that's that's kind of a moonchild trait. Like cancers are that way. I'm a Gemini personally,
I'm a
but
Cancer moon.
so you don't have a problem if people are happy. If it's a joyous occasion, you are the happiest one in the room. If people are sad, you will absorb that sadness and find where the river of sadness is and row your boat along it.
Well, the thing is, I'm very mindful of not taking on other people's energy. I'm so mindful right now in my life. I recognize what's mine and what's theirs. So it's like, oh, I can empathize and I can be compassionate and be there, but I won't take it on. I go, this is not mine. I have enough inside of me to get rid of in my life.
That takes years, though, to come
Yes,
to that
absolutely, and it has taken years, a long time for me to get to this point. And it wasn't always like that. I was very emotionally codependent, actually, upon my family, and it took me a long time to get to this point to just be very mindful. It's like I'm navigating through this matrix and going, I know what that is. I know what that is, and it's not easy.
Well, there's the reflection. I'm not to cut you up, but that's the reflection. If people are enabling that behavior, if like, oh, here comes Miss Angry, you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, amp it up because we've got to just accept it. There's a certain level where you personally have to just go, I don't accept this feeling.
That's right.
I don't accept this level of output just because you're feeling this way and spewing it all over because you want me to absorb it. I'm going to move to the side. I'm going to redirect it. You can't always go, hey, you're angry, knock it off, because that's engaging. But the fight had to stop, maybe because I got older, but also because I realized, as you always say, don't give those people that energy. They don't deserve your energy. And so moving aside, the ego has to come to terms. And that goes back to that moment where you said, like, what was it? Where I realized, like, the champagne and the joint and the women and all that stuff was driven by ego and driven by this idea, like, this is what men do when they start to come into their own. And I'm just trying to flip that script. And I think that all the joy in the world is at your fingertips.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a material thing.
It doesn't. And the ego is what this realm is driven on. Everything is ego. And that's what we're on this realm to get rid of. If we, as far as, being light as a feather, our spirit's light as a feather to ascend and, all that good stuff. So we have to release ourselves from the attachments here on this realm.
It's difficult.
Here, it is very difficult. You just do your best every day. Every day.
5 senses, right? See, hear, smell, touch, taste. And if you, well, the 6 senses we can't do anything about because they're coming all the time. The energy is being transmitted. But what you do today to listen to music that inspires you or makes you think or changes your mood, what you do today to smell something, a flower or a fragrance or a candle that takes your mind off the day, what you do today to feel your body, either with a blanket or warmth or cold, even people do cold plunges, just being in touch with all your senses, and of course eating good food.
Yes,
these are the things, if we become more in tune with that and realize where we're out of balance. And that comes down to drinking water, that comes down to like the things that sleep and the things that keep you going.
Absolutely.
But those are my secrets. I've been giving up some of my inside
we just got
stuff.
some secrets, yay! So yeah, life. This life. This is a school. So we're just here to learn our lessons, so we don't have to keep coming back here to keep relearning them and relearning them. So I think it's just do the best you can. Do the best you can. And yeah, it's pretty much. So, Charlie?
Pilar.
Do you have anything else you want to say to everyone about, just about life?
Okay, so here's my quote. I have 2 that I've my original saying. I know you have a million of them, but I stick to two of my
You
originals.
probably stole them, but go ahead.
One is let go of things. And I always say sometimes the hardest thing to grasp is simply letting go. So just the idea of letting go is hard to comprehend, but I always remind myself sometimes the hardest thing to grasp is simply letting go. That's one. And the
Good
other,
one, I like that.
I'm glad you do. And the other one is you are what you love, and life is how you love. So if you can get closer to the things you love and really put energy into that, that's a fulfilling life.
Yes. Yes.
So those are more of my little secrets. But you'll be able to see that because I'm putting those quotes into Ex-Boyfriend LA, which is launching in the
Come
near
over here,
future.
like doing
I'm
a plug.
gonna get my plug in. But we'll see those upcycled shirts this year,
Yes,
so
I
be
remember
on the
those.
lookout.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlie, for having the courage to come and just, talk about your experiences and your challenges.
Anytime.
So,
Anything for you,
I
Pilar.
really appreciate it. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. So we're now the most exciting part of our interview is kindness tour bag.
The what?
This is our kindness tour gift bag, and what we do. Let me make sure my hair. What we do, we're gonna have Charlie put his hand in the bag. Whatever he touches first is his. Okay?
Come on, Rolex.
Yeah, I have a few Rolexes in here, and
Man,
like a gift card for Bentley.
right.
Okay, so it's this stuff. It's just like, okay, I wanted to get it so you can at least grab something. It's like everywhere.
Don't set it up so that I get
No,
there.
it's like, and you have to be able to
Okay,
to
well, I'm
have
just
access
gonna
to
move around
everything.
and grab something.
Okay, so here he is grabbing it.
I'm excited. Let me get my lucky hand. Which one was my lucky hand?
Your left.
Oh, okay.
First thing you touch.
Oh, first thing I touch?
Oh, get out of there.
I moved it around.
Get out of there.
What?
You see,
You said first thing I touch. See how this is set
I
up?
said that beforehand. You want to play back?
Yeah, we'll
First
have to
thing
play
you
it
touch.
back.
No, you can't.
I touched something and my hand kicked it away.
Mm-mm. When your hand touches something, pull it out.
Why don't you touch what you want me to have and just hand it to me?
No, because
Okay.
everything was all jumbled, and I'm trying to give you a fair chance.
I'm going
Here.
straight in. Here we go. This is like that claw that goes in and then doesn't grab anything, but I'm going to grab something. I'm going with this. I don't know what it is.
All right.
Is this right? It's
Let's
a beautiful
see.
bag. I really love this bag. Wow.
Open it.
How
Let's see what
ornate.
that is. This is very interesting because usually everyone that pulls something out of the bag is never by accident. There's a story behind it. And it's usually a message.
Oh, this is sweet because
Um,
first of all, I have my kindness tours card in case I'm ever in a crunch. Pilar, come get me. Come get me.
In our bus.
And that bus will be down there to get me. This is nice. It's a book with a gift card holder that says happiness on it in someone's favorite color. Oh, this is cute. Affirmations.
Yes.
You know what? Happiness.
That's right. Happiness.
All right. Well, shall I read one? I'm just going to
Yeah,
cut to a...
read one.
All right. Excuse
Oh.
me while I look for my glasses. You are a handsome man with great dance moves on the dance floor. You are perfect in every... No, it doesn't say that. The best vitamin to be a happy person is B1. Wow.
B1. B1.
B1 is the vitamin to be happy. You know what? We're going to cut to another one. Oh my God, that one's long. But here it says, happiness is a function of accepting what is, said Werner Erhard. Happiness is a function of accepting what is.
Okay. You heard it.
That's a different, we could go back and forth on that, but I'll try to let that one settle in. Anyway, thank you.
Well,
That was very
thank
sweet.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes, thank you. If anyone, you guys, would like to come to Kindness Tours and have a segment of Being Heard, Being Healed, let us know. And don't forget, click subscribe and donate to us so we can continue to do our tours and give to the community. Love you.
Bye.
Talk to you
Thank you.
later. Bye.